Underdog Daily with the Badge Bros, Jon and Nez hanging out. Black Neil Dog app, platform of the people. And yeah, fun stuff yesterday. If you guys did not catch yesterday's show, big news drop at the top there. The boys created a masterclass, Underdog, masterclass.com. Yeah, a lot of hard work went into that one, particularly from my guy Nez and Pete there. And yeah, man, I just want to double down on it, Nez, because I think a lot went into this. I think it's worth people's time. I was lobbying for a much, much, much higher price point for the value that was in there, and yeah, man, I just I have some great initial feedback here. Proud of the work we put out, and still excited to talk about it.
Yeah, of course, we're gonna be beating you guys over the head with this. Bear with us, but. With NFL dailies starting out very, very soon. Yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot about this, but all that to say, awesome turnout and support day one. Way more than I could have ever imagined for day one. So super excited with how launch day went and looking forward to hearing you guys' feedback and commentary on it.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it was a truly amazing launch day, as you alluded to there. But yeah, I just appreciative. Let's say just appreciative of all the people who took the plunge initially there, kind of like sight unseen, just see 15 minutes of us on stream, and we're just like, yeah, we know this is going to be decent enough to just purchase right away. So shout out to all you guys who took the plunge nice and early there. Some benefits in doing so too, both in the Discord and in the member channels there. Nez, yeah, what's good, man? You get in those daytime diamond streets here?
Yeah, I did. So far, no bueno.
Yep.
But it's still early, and I like some of my teams that are in the hunt. So we'll see how things go in that one. It was an interesting little 3-game slate. So we'll see. We'll see how things turn out when it's all said and done.
Fair enough. What were the spots that you went after?
Rays, Braves, Yankees, the chalk.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of Rays, mostly, and 50% Max Fried as well in that.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, good starts there. We love those lefties going up against the Nationals. Kind of evergreen at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of GMs in the chat. I know your eyeballs could be elsewhere. This is peak end of best ball season streaming territory. There's a million different guys overlapping with us. One of which is our guy Pete there. I think Davis is going live right now. So appreciate all the OGs still in here jamming out with us. See a bunch of GMs in the chat, all that good stuff. Nez, I guess the big thing to hit on even before we jump into baseball and last night winners and stuff is we got a little bit of an answer now. We got a Rashee Rice suspension figured out here. It's going to be the first 6 games. There was some speculation that, it would push to the end of September, and then we'd move on from there kind of thing, and he'd play initially. Kind of gal-brained. Could he be a pick in those first quarter tournaments? Could he be a pick in Eliminator because of that? Now it all falls flat on its face, and the narrative circles all the way back to what we originally thought, that he'd miss 4 or 6 games at the front end of the season, and that's what's taking place. So just macro thoughts on that, my friend.
Well, I think it's interesting. Let me see here. Schefter's been tweeting out everything. It looks like Schefter at one point was doubling down that he thought that this was not set in stone. But he took an L. He's got egg on his face on that one. Him and Pelissero were kind of trading shots back and forth.
Feuding it on the internet. Old Sham versus Woj bombs.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, no, he's and Schefter retweeted Adam Levitan too. I didn't see that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
They
went on each other's shows last week.
What's that?
They went on each other's shows last week. They did a home road.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So Rashee is still not like I have Rashee ranked 65 right now in my ranks and I still can't get them. Puppy drafters don't give a shit. They're hammering him. So Rashee's price apparently was fully baked in, according to the Puppy 4 drafters. And now Worthy is getting a huge steam treatment. I guess people didn't realize that Rashee Rice was facing a potential suspension. So this was news to the Worthy drafters. Worthy's now, he's broke the 30s. I've seen him go earlier than 40 numerous times. Again, this is in the puppies where people are first movers, very quick to react. So
sure.
Yeah, I'm glad that that I have an okay amount of Worthy. Could it be more? Yeah, but I think that it's kind of pushing it for a guy that, we haven't necessarily seen sustain this level of play for how expensive he's going. So yeah, crazy morning.
Yeah, very much so, dude. I'm going to bring up ADP just for a hot second here to look at what's up there. Just to look at that little range there, because I was going to ask you we also had the Adam Thielen trade that was not so much of a secret that came to fruition this morning with the Vikings there. I guess that same range of Worthy, Tet, Mike Evans with the Cade Otton news this morning. That little clump of guys at the back end of the third round and pushing into the front of the fourth there. Which of the wide receivers would be your favorite target right now? Terry signed the contract as well. So there's a lot of movement in this kind of little pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I think Garrett Wilson is definitely the most expendable in terms of what I think will happen is I think people, and I've seen it quite a bit, where Garrett Wilson falls to 40 because all of these guys go ahead of him. Like McLaurin is finding his way back to his original ADP. Tetaroa, now that Thielen's been traded, not that it makes a huge difference, I think does get some more spotlight on him. He becomes, an easier click for people. And it's just easy to treat Garrett Wilson as expendable.
Yeah.
Given the question marks around the quarterback play and whatnot. I still think Garrett Wilson's a good pick. I really have been strongly against. I think people make decent arguments for why Garrett Wilson's price is questionable, but I'm not so caught up in the rate stats. I think at a certain point, man, a body of work is what it is, and the amount of volume this dude get. I feel like people are just kind of back. We used to think Garrett Wilson was really good, and now I just see a lot of commentary in the space that he's actually not as good as you think.
Sure.
But Worthy's going to push into the 30s. He might flirt with Devontae Adams.
Okay,
based on what I'm seeing.
Of this grouping here, I guess you could throw Tyreek's been a faller here, so this has kind of become really muddled throughout here. We had the MVS release, which doesn't directly impact JSN, but it's not a bad thing for him. Re-ranking this whole area at the back end of the board there, who's your favorite? Just give me 2 or 3 names. Who are your favorite of this group?
It's still Tyreek.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not overly concerned about the FUD associated with that.
Not for Best Ball Mania. It seems like they expect him to suit up and play. It's still in Tyreek Hill's best interest to put good football out on the field. So,
right.
He's still 101 here. After that, I think Mike Evans behind Tyreek.
Yeah. The runway is just so clear to start the season for them. I mean, the schedule is kind of tough after the Atlanta game, but the schedule, it's just full-fledged wheels up for him and Bucky Irving to rip off the hop here.
Mm-hmm.
And Igbuka.
Yeah, Igbuka, the big time. Hopefully Otten's able to suit up because, he's Same. my wide receiver 2 and about 50% of my eliminators. Devontae, I'd put 3.
Yep.
I would say JSN. Man, I don't really rock with Marv.
No.
I think Terry, Worthy, Wilson, T-Mac, Marv.
Yeah, so not a whole lot of change then. It kind of it's pretty similar to what we've been dealing with. Maybe a slight bump to Mike Evans over Adams, where it had been in the past over JSN in your mind. Terry just a little more solidified. Worthy a little more solidified now that it's fact instead of speculation. And then T Mac as a guy that we still target, but still like a fringe third, fourth turn guy.
Yeah, and I mean, to be clear, I think this is kind of like where things are sort of trending.
Sure.
Feet to fire, would I take Wilson over Worthy? I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a tough one. It's a tough range. It's the reason people don't like it. I don't think it's because these are bad players. It's just like we like when the ADP is efficient, and it's just like all these guys are separated by fractions of a projection, basically.
Okay, cool. We could talk about the Minnesota situation, but I do want to not just leave this in the hopper until we get to the leaderboard. Big love to Will Rush, who's had a very nice MLB year there, and you guys are going to see why he's dropping off 20 at the door in about 10 minutes time here once we finish this segment. But I didn't want to let this linger too long. So appreciative, my friend. Not necessary, but always appreciated. Much love to you, and congratulations on last night. We will get there in 2 seconds here. Give some love to Will in the chat. He's been constantly dropping off donations at our door and memberships at our door here. So give him some love if you were a recipient of that. Nez, let's talk about the Thielen fallout. You've got some big time Carolina bags. I imagine this is going to age quite well for you in terms of your current stance on the back end options, particularly Sanders and that sort of thing with your Bryce Young back stacks. But let's just talk about it right now. Let's put a number on Legette, Coker, and Thielen, like where they should be in our minds right now.
Let's see here. I just clicked some new buttons, made some new ranks. So let's start with Legette. It's like really. Let me get into like a one of my slow drafts here because I can't see the actual rank number I have next to them. Okay, sure. I'm in. So Legette, I have 163.
Okay, so same. Yep.
Coker, I have. So I just don't want to miss him. 150.
Okay, so you like Coker more than Legette, or you're just doing that for a visualization?
No, I do actually. Like if I was, so let's say it was more ADP adjusted and less like raw rank. ADP adjusted probably 160, so like 10 picks of a difference. But at that point, it's like I like that guy a lot. Give him 10 picks, draft capital. Who gives a shit? But Coker greater than Legette for sure. And it's just because we know Legette won't get boxed out for snaps and routes. Maybe he's the wide receiver 3 and not, and he's not out on 2 wide receiver sets, but they're going to play a ton of 3 wide receiver sets. I would imagine. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a negligible difference. And obviously it's not Thielen out there boxing him out. Now that Coker is on the same field at the same time as Legette, we saw Coker earn targets over Legette last year. And all signs point to that continuing. So Coker in a vacuum over Legette.
Okay. And then obviously this just kind of like solidifies the Sanders stance. Maybe we push him ahead of kind of like that Cade Otton tier now that we know Cade Otton's dealing with something. So maybe like 170-ish. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah. I will say, that sounds good. I love JT Sanders. I don't like in my head, I didn't change any season long projection because of this, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of like where he's going to end up inevitably going in drafts now. It's like people are going to click on Sanders and Fannin more than they're going to click on this kind of like murky tier of injured guys. Like they're going to get a little bit of the Chig treatment, I think, now.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just forecasting the next 5 days here. Let's talk about Adam Thielen and maybe like the impact on Addison in particular. Is there any reason for concern with Addison? We obviously has the 3-game suspension, but is Thielen a better pick now that he's out of Carolina, or is he a worse pick? Are you more inclined to take Addison as a bet on the offense? Are you more inclined to take Thielen at a cheaper price point? What are your thoughts?
So I think this is better for Adam Thielen.
Okay.
I think this is very good for Adam Thielen. Like, very good. You get more points off the jump. We already expected Adam Thielen to be sort of a quote unquote fast starter, even faster now. I mean, dude, he's going to be running like 98% of routes, like off the rip in Minnesota in a KOC offense.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking dope. On top of the fact that he will be out there quite a bit running routes as a wide receiver 3. I mean, he's still good at football. He literally was one of the guys that you could have won your BBM last year in week 17. I mean, at the end of the season, he's an old guy. He's supposed to fade off at the end of the season. Like, he is a very good player. He's a very good player, and his game is aging well. Yeah. And I mean, he keeps proving that his game ages well. He was really good in his prime, This ADP is just very funny to me, man. It's very funny. And I think it's quite wrong. I have Adam Thielen ranked 158 right now. Love him in the Eliminator. I think he'd just be like, if you have the Eliminator bags of Adam Thielen, GG, that's going to age super, super well. I'm excited for him. I don't think I'm not docking anybody else on the Vikings necessarily, but I am letting myself get excited about Adam Thielen.
All right. Yeah. I'm kind of in lockstep with you, dude. Like, I'm not running to pack my bags right now, but I'm really content with what I had. I'm looking for a tweet that I saw earlier. I can't find it right now. Someone posted the yards per route run for him versus Thielen, versus Addison last year. And like, he was a monster at like age 35, but I can't find it right now. Damn it. Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, he's good at football.
Yeah, we'll circle back on more of that when we jump into some drafts. Let's look at last night's winners and then break down this 10-game MLB slate. A lot of overlap between the last couple days here, but then also some new West Coast games added to the slate today. It's weird to have a 10-gamer on a Wednesday. It is much appreciated from the MLB side that we finally get one, because we've been dealing with short slates for a minute here. But as I said, guys, results from last night. This is the reason why our guy is dropping it off at the doorstep. Shout out to our guy, Will. Came through here. Will Rush drops off 20 Badge Rose memberships, and rightfully so, because he absolutely cooked last night. Love to see it here. George Springer, as a one-off, had that 2-home run game. He goes ahead and plays that contrarian Mets stack that we talked about, how the Lindor was going to be, Lindor, Alonso, and Vientos were going to be under-owned. We talked about on the stream yesterday, even though it was a bad spot for them. In parentheses, they are hammering righties. Zach Neto had that huge projection that we showed on Cardi stuff that we were kind of like trying to wrap our heads around. It comes to fruition here. So just a beautifully constructed lineup with, 2 high-owned one-offs and then a contrarian 3-man stack. And then SP1 with a bullet yesterday was Hunter Brown, and it didn't even go as well as it could have gone, and it still gets home.
Good stuff, man. Very sick lineup. Look at all the sub 60% ownership. That's crazy.
Yeah, love seeing that.
Springer. I lost money last night, and I had 30% George Springer. So,
wow.
Baseball.
Yeah, classic baseball, man. Yeah, classic baseball for sure. And then, as alluded to in the chat here by Brendo, score one for the low volume bros. I just did one play on stream and one play before stream to get ready for said stream. And I was pounding the table for some Milwaukee bats. I said everybody was wrong about the implied total there. And I thought that was going to be the spot. And we're lucky enough to take down a second place there with a 15% owned Willem Contreras, a 26% owned Bryce Terang. Then we did the little mini stack with the Yankees. And unfortunately, the Yelich stuff, I was bullish on Yelich yesterday. He was one of my home run calls there, but we still got the Bryce Terang home run call in the pick'em lobbies there as well. Nice little run out for your boy. Proof of life out here, guys, that, you don't need to play large volume if you're playing, intelligently, and you like take that bird's eye view of the slate. You go in, you think through what's a path to first for me, and you build out that way. Tried to do the same thing in the same spot here with using the White Sox, another stack that we talked about there alongside Angels. And then we talked about SP1, Hunter Brown. So that was good stuff there. Will's got 2 up here. I'm up here. Falco's up here. Awin's up here. Vindy P. Yeah, man, you love to see it. Good stuff from the community.
Yeah, awesome stuff, man. Two drafts. That's that looks great.
Love it. Love it.
Fantastic.
Evan had 2 lineups in the top 50, both with the Addison Barger 0. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we liked the Addison Barger yesterday for sure. And it was unfortunate that the only thing you needed from the Blue Jays yesterday was Springer, basically, right? So it's just kind of unfortunate the way it unfolded. And while where's John's super chat thanking Nez for the bing? Nez wasn't on the show yesterday, bro. No love for Nez. These were all John Galbrains right there. So, they Pick'em Lobbies almost got home with the WNBA stuff. Tough run out for us there yesterday, but we'll dive back into that. But first things first here, Nez, I think it is time to just jump into this 10-game slate through kind of a little bit of a rapid fire here. Wow, the chalk is hammering on the morning slate there. We got 9 runs from the Yankees, 9 runs for the Braves there. So hopefully your lineups are doing well there, friends. Yeah, Nez, a whole bunch of 9s, a whole bunch of 8.5s. No real huge standout weather conditions. We got some slight winds blowing out in both the New York games. One was in the morning. One is going to be in the evening here with this Mets-Phillies game. We got a couple, almost everything is end of series games on this slate. Yes, it is. Just confirming. So all matchups we've seen before, but in particular, we get these last 3 games added to the slate, which we haven't had the last little bit here. I put Yordan on the cover just because Yordan came back yesterday. We talked about how bad that Astros chalk was on our site relative to the ADPs yesterday. Glad that did not get home and didn't bury people. Yeah, Dodgers look like a good spot today. Cubs coming back to life, but in a bad ballpark. And then we get the Sutter Health with the warmest temperatures on the slate and the highest implied unabated total on the slate here in that last game. Though Casey Mize has been pretty nice with it in recent memory. 10 gamer here, Nez. What's the macro for you?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. The pitching seems pretty terrible. Was my initial takeaway. Let's see here. Of course, looking at the White Sox again.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta pull my notes here. Go ahead.
The White Sox lead baseball in WRC plus since the All-Star break.
I believe it, man. If you're paying attention.
Yeah. They have literally been the best offense in terms of weighted runs created since the All-Star break. I mean,
it totally checks out. They've been crushing. So yeah, this is a weird one, man. Like, it's a lot of teams playing, and like the only thing that is really, really, really standing out to me.
Yep.
Detroit chalk, I think, at least in my eyes, Detroit is chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the Rockies against Chase Dollander.
You mean going back to the Astros?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then my White Sox once again. Going up against a righty. So that's where I'm at. But like, dude, it's like a very strange flat slate in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not seeing a ton that like I'm jumping up and down for.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do a deep dive on it here and kind of break it all down. I could see myself going back to the Brewers. Well, I would throw my hat in the mix for Brewers as well, going up against Ryan Nelson today. So that was another spot that kind of jumped out to me. Don't mind a little bit of Angels in my life either, but they're a little bit more priced up than they were in the past. Man, the Reds have been really, really bad in recent memory. So it's just kind of tough to get to them outside of Ellie in general. Nice to have Dodgers back on the slate. Athletics, you can go there. Kurtz is obviously priced up, but there's definitely a handful of bats that I want to get to there. Like Shea Bangliers just keeps going. so nice. Rooker looks like a decent home run spot here as well. But yeah, like all your calls that you put out there, I totally agree with you with White Sox as well. Just kind of going back to the well there. Yeah, let's go into the totals here and take a look at the Ballpark Pal. I actually will show the park factor stuff because I do think it is really necessary to show that, hey man, the reason that Sutter Health is really popping is a minor league ballpark, but also it's playing plus plus by minor league ballpark standards today. And Luis Morales on the mound there for the Athletics has the highest hard hit percentage on the slate there at 42.5%. So he's been tagged pretty good. Limited sample, right? Like only 300 pitches. So yeah, only 300 pitches. So it's definitely a small sample size there, but yeah, just something to be mindful of, that like that chalk looks like good chalk for a reason. We could talk about that lineup and you know how it's all going to shake out there, but also seeing a little bit of a boost for home runs at Rate Field, like you suggested there. Dodger Stadium playing up a little bit. So like there's definitely some spots to go home run hunting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, like the theme of the last few months, like you've said, and like I said, is the White Sox. Like, once again, man, I mean, some of you've heard this one before. The White Sox are about to be the highest owned player, 30% max, maybe, close to Montgomery. Like, what did Ryan Berger do to deserve this much respect against one of the better teams in baseball right now? I don't know. Maybe he's better than I realize, but I'm looking at his just seems like he's getting like ultra lucky.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, people are kind of just buying into the pedigree a little bit there, I guess, and just hoping.
What pedigree?
Yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, organizational pedigree was the only thing that I was reading about, where he was like, "Oh yeah, he's one of the better arms they could call up." And now he's been up for a bit. Like that's kind of it.
Yeah, I think this dude is like, regression is just creeping up on this guy. I mean, if you want to look at stuff plus, none of his stuff plus is above average. Literally none of it. His xERA 4.22, xFIP 4.41, FIP 4.05. His ERA is under 3 though. So there's that. Like, I love it. I love it. I love whenever the stars align like this, especially against the White Sox, who people just, I don't know, don't think their bats are good. So, yeah, I am excited to get to the White Sox based on what I'm seeing there.
Second highest fly ball percentage on the slate and a 32.3% hard hit as well. So you get the ball up in the air with some power behind it, and a couple of those can leave the yard, especially when you look at what we're seeing from Ballpark Pal here with that little increase in terms of 10% for the home run.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of my biggest angles right now.
Padres legend.
That's right.
Nez, before we move into the totals and stuff here, a little shout out in the chat here. Had a 6th place finish on Saturday with the low owned Mets there, just 4 entries to scroll the fuck down. Bros, love the game theory you guys provide. Forever changed my Battle Royale game. Love that so much. Definitely seen Young Mula in the lobbies a lot before. So love that for you, my friend.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love to hear that.
They got him for us for Freddie Fermin there. Okay, that was I remember him at the beginning of the season. He also pitches in 2 really good ballparks this year in terms of mitigating home runs. So like the fact that he's been getting hit hard and there's a high fly ball percentage, like they haven't been leaving the yards because he played in 2 good home fields.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
All right, Nez, let's move into the isolated totals here. I think it's going to tell us more of the same story there, that like Sutter Health is going to be popping with that 5.95 and a 5.3 here. So that seems good. We talked a little bit about Astros there. We didn't talk about Rangers. They have a really big implied total relative to the S-words on Ballpark Pal here, which is kind of surprising because we've talked about that park ad nauseum being really tough to score runs in. And then you also look at the Cubs. Cubs showing a big total as well in a plus matchup, but in another tough ballpark for run scoring. So just thoughts on, in particular, Cubs and Rangers showing such high totals.
Yeah, the Cubs I find interesting, but that's just the models love Chicago. They're not down on Chicago at all.
Yeah.
I disagree. It's because I like to fade the Cubs. I hate the Cubs, but I'm also, looking at the park. They are facing a lefty who has been good against lefties. So, good for, or bad news for Tucker, even though Tucker's good against, he holds his own against lefties pretty well. And Pete Crow Armstrong, who I think is just the biggest fraud ever. So I'm kind of off that Chicago Cubs total.
I'm not willing to capitulate on my dinger stance on Pete Crow Armstrong. I think we were right.
There's just this dude, that is not who he is. What he showed us is just straight up just not who he is. All those home runs, such garbage. But
yeah,
at any rate, man, not really into the Cubs today, despite that total.
Yeah. You guys don't have to draft Cubs today. Cubs are at Coors on Friday. You can draft the shit out of Cubs at Coors on Friday if you want to play Cubs.
There you go. That's a great alternative. Kahanowitz against the Rangers.
Yes.
This one is interesting because bit of a ground ball guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the hard hit percentage and the lack of Ks is definitely concerning.
Yep.
And plus you have these lefties coming to life like we've talked about with Jock and Rowdy, and obviously Seager hitting really well right now. I think for me, I understand where Ballpark Pal is getting to the Rangers. I think that has more recency bias than most models are willing to put in, and I agree with it. Yeah,
this lineup's also gotten significantly stronger over the last 2 weeks with the return of Jock Peterson, Josh Young, and Adolis Garcia. So when they were scuffling for the last 2 weeks and not scoring a ton of runs and stuff, they've gotten considerably better with those additions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Here you go. Dogman Chill. PCA had 41 home runs in 995 ABs in the minors. No idea where the power comes from.
But he's always been a power threat. I mean, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, that number, what you're saying right there, 41 to 995 in the minor league levels, that aligns where I thought he would be in the big league levels. Not hitting 25 home runs in his first 280 plate appearances this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. That's the difference.
Yeah. The pace in which he was on at the start of the season and now has since cooled off when people were talking about him as fringe MVP guy. It was just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This got me in trouble though. The pitch with the analysis here, most punchable face in the league, that got me in trouble in spring training when I saw the stars on his hair, and all I could think about was this guy looks like the front man for no, not the front man, but the side man in a punk rock 90s band, Limp Bizkit bass player. I was I'm out on this guy.
Yeah. That was the problem. We were using our eyes too much.
Yeah, we trusted our old ball knowledge. Purple Yosh, GM, great work on the course. Appreciate you signing up, my friend. Love that so much. Hope you guys enjoy it and follow suit. Like Purple Yosh, there is a promo code everywhere. If you guys are in, that's not the promo code, but the promo code is everywhere. If you're a member here, or if you are a member in the Deposit Kingdom Discord, there's a promo code available. I'm not going to say it on stream. You guys got to go find those ones. All right, Nez, moving on from Rangers and stuff like that. Anyone else that kind of jumps out? We talked about White Sox. We talked about Royals. I mean, we could get into the nuances of some lineup decisions. Jesus Sanchez homered yesterday, was one of our shouts. Yeah, I don't know. This Blue Jays team's been going pretty nice recently. Originally, I thought they were going to get Zebby Matthews today, but now they're going to get Simeon Woods Richardson. So that seems like a good trade-off there if you want to play Blue Jays today. Interested in that?
Yeah, I'm always interested in the Blue Jays.
Yep.
Simeon Woods Richardson seems like the ultimate matchup for the Blue Jays. Bad against everybody, especially left-handed power. So I think a little bit of a Barger hangover by the field. Seems like I'm going to be overweight Barger today with my White Sox.
Sweet. Respect it for sure. Any interest on the other side there? Any Twins?
So that's an interesting one. Just because like I'm a bit of a Lauer respecter, since he's been with Toronto, which I guess has been all season. But Eric Lauer has yet to allow more than 3 earned runs this season in a start,
and they're letting him go now too. Early in the season, we were worried about length and stuff like that. Now he's got a good strikeout rate, and they let him go pretty long. And the Twins are a team that we prefer against righties than against lefties.
I know. He's so interesting. He throws he does not throw hard.
Which is weird because I thought his calling card when he was coming up with the Brewers, I thought his calling card was he was going to throw hard, initially.
Yeah, I don't remember what his. Yeah, I don't know that he ever was that guy. He always had 92. It looks like.
Okay, then I'm just off base.
Yeah, just lefty, just being a lefty, but yeah, I don't know, man. The results are there, and I don't think the Twins are necessarily big threats at the moment. So. I'm not saying we got to draft Lauer. I'm more or less saying I don't think the Twins are anybody that I'm trying to get to.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, a KBO free agent who was a former first-round pick. He was a 2016 first-round pick. He's a 46% fastball guy, and then he works off a cutter another 23% of the time. So you're seeing fastball or cutter from him a large percentage of the time. You're seeing it 69% of the time is fastball or cutter, and playing off of that from a dude who throws low 90s from the left side. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy to have pretty crazy to have a 24.5% strikeout rate in the big leagues with that mix.
Yeah, that's not a swing and miss mix.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. By the sounds of it, Profar went yard again. Henny was in my BBM this morning.
Jeez Louise, man. Profar. Just what a season, man, since he's been back.
It's crazy because he was such a bad click in the dinger for so long because the ADP never caught up to when he was actually suspended.
I know.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, and now he's just killing it in the postseason of the dinger there. Jimmy likes the your bomb today. Your don dong.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah, that one seems like a good spot. Nez, anything else on the total stuff here? We didn't really talk about Kansas City. Pirates kind of put together some back-to-back nice days offensively. They haven't mattered on the slate outside of Brian Reynolds 2 days ago, but anything in this Cardinals and Pirates game you want to get to? Yeah.
Not really, but how about Ballpark Pal, putting some respect on my Pirates?
Is that respect? 407? That's some respect, or you're requesting respect?
I mean, John, he has them beating the Cardinals.
Oh, true. Okay, sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's he loves the Pirates. You're not going to see that that displayed elsewhere. I don't want any part of this game. I think you can cross this game out. I didn't think you could cross out yesterday, but this game you can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even digging the Cardinals side of it because I think we're gonna get Bubba Chandler for like 4 innings today.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think so too.
and yeah, that doesn't feel like fun. I guess that's a perfect segue into the pitching side of the slate here, Nez. Sonny Gray is SP1. I think both you and I are going to disagree with that, but don't let me put words in your mouth.
No, it's Fromber.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, okay. I was wrong about this. The timeline was wrong. He was suspended after Dinger closed. Okay. Interesting.
Oh.
I kept
you were
saying
talking
it was
about regression monster, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's what I kept harping on. Either way, I didn't like the pick. And then it turned very bad once that happened, and then it turned really good once the postseason happened. Especially when Michael Harris came back to life, and he was so oftenly stacked together with them.
Yeah, now look at him. I mean that's tough. I mean this is a Rashee Rice example in real life. Like, what if this is what happens with Rashee?
Yo, that's a good comp. I was thinking similarly. Yeah. Let's rank out the pitching for the people here. I'm in agreement with you, man. I think it's Frommer, SP1. I think we just keep attacking this Colorado matchup. I know we like Colorado more against left-handed pitching than right-handed pitching, so I do prefer Hunter Brown's matchup yesterday than Frommer's matchup today, but Frommer is so dominant at getting those ground balls. So as long as Hunter Goodman or Jordan Beck, Tovar, one of these guys, yank one into the Crawford boxes, should be pretty smooth sailing for Frommer. Flirted with him being the cover boy. Where we go after that, I imagine it's simply Sonny Gray because of the discrepancy in ADP and kind of like the potential ceiling of it. But after those two, man, it's really ambiguous.
Yeah, and I really don't have any interest in making selections. It's just like, okay, I'm in the 6th round. Let's see who I don't stack against.
Okay.
I will say, do not like Casey Mize. That's probably a full fade from my end.
Okay.
I do, however, like some Lodolo.
Dude, I kind of like the ceiling potential of Lodolo too. I was really impressed with the run totals that we saw almost across everywhere from the Dodgers today. Like, I was like, whoa, those are low for such a good hitting environment at home versus anyone. And then you look at Lodolo's like most recent box scores, it kind of feels like chasing like Mizrowski in the 6th round from yesterday, except for we know Lodolo can go long if given the opportunity to go long.
Exactly. And he's got a high upside with the K's. Yeah, it's just the Dodgers, so nobody wants to click him, which I totally respect. You know, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. But yeah, he's a good pick today, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I like it, dude. Yeah, I think we prefer like this kind of like bracket here of like Casey Mize, Eric Lauer, and Ryan Berger. That we feel like that range. We like the bats more, so it's leading us to this bottom side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Good.
I was gonna say I like Colin Ray today. Like I would take Colin Ray. Like, great place to pitch. Giants have been putrid since acquiring Rafi Devers. There's some lefties that you're scared of in terms of like power in their lineup, but outside of that, like I'm just like super happy to click his name as like kind of like my break glass in case of emergency floor play.
Yeah, I think given the park and the team he's against, all that makes sense.
Yeah.
I am still like I mean, man, yeah, it's fine as a pitching option. I will say I think the Giants are kind of interesting given like their current form. Nobody wants to click them up against Colin Ray because I don't think Colin Ray is good, but I get it. I totally get it as an option today. I was gonna say Quinn Priester.
Okay.
I would put him behind Lodolo for me. Just
Same
like
piece.
good floor, safe, strong win equity. Quality start equity is questionable, but I think the Brewers win today pretty handedly. So that win equity should be on Quinn Priester's side.
Sweet. Is Eric Lauer the only guy in this middle tier that you would potentially take over those three?
Yeah. Bergert and Casey Mize, I don't have interest in, given their ownership.
Dude, I feel so similarly today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I don't think you can touch any of the other guys. Like Morales has like the worst hard hit on the slate. Wisenhunt has the second worst. Like there's a reason those implied totals against them are so strong. Like Ryan Nelson is going against the hottest team in baseball. Why chase that dragon? Savali's been awful since the trade. Taijuan Walker, I mean, he got moved to long relief. We don't know if he's fully stretched out. Like, I don't want it. Yeah. I mean, maybe there's some ceiling in like Dolander, but we just haven't seen it at the big league level this year, so I'm not going to chase that dragon.
Nope. Yeah, no way. It's just like, yeah, like you're just kind of waiting and hoping that you don't have that you have one of these options that are available here.
Mm-hmm.
What about? No, never mind. The Rangers got a bullpen game. It looks like this kid Latz is not stretched out.
Yeah. Which makes, evergreen reminder that the bullpen games aren't the greatest thing in the world to target. We could do a deep dive on Rangers bullpen in a half second here, but generally speaking, not a spot you want to target. But that being said, the power that exists, especially right-handed power that exists in the Angels lineup, like you kind of want to play both sides to some degree.
Yeah. I don't really have a whole lot of interest in the Angels.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else? I don't really think so. Here for me, can probably move forward. I just wish this kid Nolan McLean was on the slate. I think in the nicest way possible, and I mean very respectfully. Don't be a dick about it. Hit up RotoWire, tag RotoWire, ask RotoWire why we don't have projections for this guy, because that's ultimately the issue here. Right. RotoWire is the hang up. That's why we don't have these people in the player pool. I know Underdog's working on a fix, but like, what the hell is going on, man? This is this kid's second start, third start, and we still don't have access to him. We got to get that figured out.
Yeah, it was the same situation with the Baltimore Bats there for like 4 slates.
Yeah, we got to get that resolved.
Yeah. Looks like almost everyone available today in the Rangers bullpen. Not the greatest bullpen in the world, but looks like, majority everyone available, and they got 4 lefties in there, so they can do some flip-flopping on guys. So there's that bullpen game for everybody there. Nez, last pressing question of our generation here, just in terms of, isolated bats that you like or don't like relative to ADP, some scrolls that you like or don't like. I mean, the first one I noticed was Royals have a big total. Savali's been bad, and Vinny P's been amazing outside of lefty yesterday, and Vinny P's buried at 32. That was one that stood out to me. Anyone else who looks broken to you?
I'm definitely not clicking Phillies today. I think the Phillies looked a little, or maybe I was mistaken. I thought I just saw them up pretty high.
17, 21, 28 for Schwarber, Harper, and Turner.
That's fine. That's totally fine then. Okay. I think just the Cubs chalk, like seeing Kyle Tucker up that high, I'll cross my fingers and fade that one. Mm-hmm. As far as what looks good, I think Athletics and Tigers just way too cheap. And then of course my White Sox.
I agree with you, man. Those are the exact spots that my eyes went as well. I am just noticing this Luis Robert Jr. Q tag hamstring injury last night, got lifted from the ball game. I did not see that. So
okay.
I highly doubt he's in there today, just given the state of their franchise, state of his contract, state of his situation with the team. I don't think they would ever push that for no reason.
Yeah. No, I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I like it, man. Let's go dumpster diving. Let's go build out a couple teams here and see what happens. We also got a couple of questions in the chat here. How the dingers looking? All 23 or 24, whatever I had there, are dead as of last round. Nez was able to get a couple through there. Nez, how you looking this round?
We look pretty alive-ish.
Uh-huh.
I was advancing. Now I'm not. Now I'm in third with 840 points. Advancing piece ahead of me has 864. So looking close there. And I have a monster 7th inning stretch team that's fighting to survive. And I think it will. I'm getting 2 start weeks this week from Sandy Alcantara and Jacob Mizrahi. Nice. This team is loaded. Like, just to name a few: Seager, Kurtz, Jose Ramirez, William Contreras, Josh Naylor, Lawrence Butler, Brent Rooker, Jesus Sanchez, Brian Reynolds off of his awesome start this week. So I think that team is an absolute banger.
Love it. Prayers up for Nezzy to get to a final sweat for the boys here. Steve dropping through. He's got 4 dingers in the semis. Love to see that. Good shit, man. There you go. Brett Boy's all over it. Will be good next start on McLean. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nez is not advancing that 841 dinger out of that pod. I imagine Bound is in that pod with you as well when he's talking that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bound's in here, but he's sitting on a Hunter Brown 2-start week. So there's that. But everybody else looks like shit for him. So best of luck with that.
Oh, good, clean fun. Let's jump on over here, Nez, and give it a little rip on the 10 gamer. Ooh,
yeah, big slate, 20K. So it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but that's why you guys watch us.
Chunk the Deuce saying he's got 2 in the semis out of 10 that he made. Wow. 10 in the semis. Well done. Hopefully those 2 get through for you, my friend. That's legit. Trevor Story and Profar, the guys he needs. Okay.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
He was trying to get everybody on Trevor's Story.
Yeah.
I remember.
People don't forget.
I mean, I don't think Trevor Story's having an awesome year, but he's doing good by Dinger standards.
Sounds good. Not Ricky's in here with us. 85's in here. Took down a couple slates, a couple non-Badgers, and then the Loco Potato.
All right. So if we don't get, we're not getting a pitcher here.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a punt pitcher. Gonna be a punt pitcher build.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah.
And it does feel worth passing on Ohtani for too, I think. But famous last words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Janky Main wants Juan Soto.
Yeah, is Frammer your desired like front end? Like if you had to rank it out today, Frammer ranks up there.
He's my 101.
Okay. All right. I respect it. I think I'd still take Ohtani, even though it's lefty and Lodolo, but still pretty close. What do you like here, dude? Do you like this green and going for that Tiger stuff? Do you like Jordan coming back against Dollander? Do you like KC with Bobby Witt?
I like Kurtz, dude.
Oh, we're scrolling even past it? All right, sure. Let's do it. That's who I took in my first draft alongside Frammer. Tried to set a little something up there with Shea Bangs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really difficult for me to think that Kurtz doesn't have like the highest projected ceiling over anybody not named Ohtani today. Yeah.
4 shortstops all time, 200 home runs, 150 stolen bases.
Anthony Volpe.
First name that comes to mind is Lindor. Has Lindor got there? I think he's got there for sure. He's had like back to back 25s, 30s. Troy Tulowitzki comes to mind if he stayed healthy long enough.
I would not know this.
I don't know. Lindor, yes.
Okay.
What's this? Trevor's one of them now? So Trevor Story's one of them? That's crazy. It got into my head, Trevor Story being one of them instead of Troy Tulowitzki being one of them, because I was like, yo, Colorado shortstop. Like maybe Tulo just didn't run enough.
Yeah, he was hurt a lot.
Yeah. Nez, you want to take Bobby Witt here? You want to take Kyle Tucker, or do you want to keep going down this athletics rabbit hole?
I could do Bobby Witt, but I think athletics would be fun too. But it's hard to say no to Bobby Witt here.
Okay. I mean, we kind of just flipped the ADPs, but I think we got a plan here. I think we got a plan. So Lindor's a yes. Oh, Jimmy Rollins. Yeah, that's a good one. Like he played forever. And now there's one left.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know if Jeter ran enough, but he played forever, so he makes sense. Who else could it be? It could also be just like someone like way back that like I'm not even thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ozzy or something, you know?
No, I think it's Jeter.
It's Jeter?
Yeah, Jeter did run a lot in his prime.
Who else could be close to that right now? Like, could Carlos Correa get there in his career? He stopped running the last 3 years, but before that, he was running. So. Yeah. Nez, I'm gonna look up the athletics here. Maybe take a little Brent Rooker.
Yeah, Rooker or Sody Bombs.
Okay, let's take Rooker. I like the spot for Rooker today. I'm not gonna lie. That was one that was kind of jumping up to me. Gunner, yeah, if Gunner could fucking put it together finally. I mean, that's a lot, man. That's 10 years, like 2020, right? Like
Ellie's probably
that's a good
4 seasons away.
Ellie would be a good one. Trying to think like who else like could have done it just in general. Like who came close? Like who's 5th and 6th on that list? That's crazy that Story's one of those. You want to take Soder here? Or do you want to take Vinny P?
Vinny P against Savale. Do Vinny P.
I think we'll probably end up with both here. There's just not any other good outfield options.
Yeah,
Vinny P looks like a broken price tag right now, especially with a little bit of wind going out and that sort of thing.
Yeah, agreed. There's your boy Toolshed, RIP on the IL.
Damn. Yeah, not that fun except for Story being on the list is basically what Easy's saying. Because like it makes sense for the other 3. You know, long-term volume coupled with health, coupled with like just 2015 after 2015 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, Bobby Witt soon. JJ Watt 69 sick name. Bobby Witt soon is a good shout. Bobby Witt might be nerfed at home for the home runs though. Like he's never going to have that like 38 year, like that one outlier year where he hits like it just all breaks right for him. Like I don't think he can have that at Kauffman.
38 would be a lot, but I mean he's gotten 30 twice.
Yeah, that's true.
He's damn close, man.
Okay.
144 for him.
144 already?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh man, Time Palooza is live. God damn it.
Oh, Emwald, PTP is live. There you go. We were gonna hit on some of the new contests on the site for best ball, but now we got a Primetime Palooza live there. We talked about it yesterday. How that's a pretty good combo of games. Or I guess that was yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, pretty good combo of games there. Soder comes back to us, so we can go ahead and click him. I think it's more important to get him than to choose our SP right now. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Especially when a non-Badger might just snap up Casey Mize because he's at the top, right? And then we can just go ahead and add Lodolo to this and call it a day.
Wow.
Yeah, Jose Reyes, that's a good call too. I was thinking of him in my mind as third base, but he played shortstop for so effing long. It was just that tail end of like the Mets that he played third base. He was a shortstop for like 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about his arc. Obviously, I know the player, but not someone I was keeping up with.
Kind of curious now. Yeah, played for the Blue Jays for a bit there too. 42-year-old free agent right now. 145 home runs, 517 steals.
Nice.
So he falls 65 short in the home runs category. More of a gap-to-gap guy.
That's a lot of steals, though. Was not expecting that.
Yeah. You think Lodolo's the guy here for us, Nez? You kind of hyped up the ceiling combo there, or do you want more of like the Flory archetype, like Colin Rea in a good matchup, Quinn Priester in a better, decent matchup?
No, I want Lodolo.
Yeah, we'll go ceiling chasing here with Lodolo. Some pretty sick box scores in there where he puts it together. I will note that there is like this one little caveat that Lodolo could go a little bit shorter today. He got lifted from this start. He was pitching well too. He got lifted from the start for a blister issue and then got skipped in the rotation, and then now he's back. So there's that.
Yeah, I'm trusting the process here.
Yeah, it's just like, the human element of it. If the blister reopens on the mound or something, that's the thing. But yeah, it should be healed after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy asking. We can have a little PTP conversation here just because it got dropped.
Jesus Christ.
We talk about it in the course, and I want to leave some of that for the course because it is, specific to some new strategies that'll be implemented. We'll talk through it freely when we start drafting them and whatnot. But I thought the addition of ADP will just bring really good peace of mind to the player pool in terms of like, now I'm not going to be like crazy outlandish combos, losing to these crazy outlandish combos and smacking the table all the time. It might lead to more dupes and overlapping combos and that sort of thing. But for integrity of the game standpoint, I think it's probably good. Nez, anything else to add?
Yeah, I think it's good for integrity. I think it hurts the edge of most players, of good players, but you got to adapt.
Right.
You got to adapt. Yeah, it's definitely going to even the playing field. But if you're a smart drafter, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna like there's just new things to take advantage of now.
Yeah. Yeah, easy. If you guys want to read Easy's statement in the chat here and on the screen, that's effectively exactly how I led the segment in the chapter with, is exactly what you just said in the chat there. Yeah, Purple Yosh saying, seen the actual PTP as we bricked up. That's awesome. We'll take a look at how large it is there. Yeah. Yeah, Evan's saying exactly kind of how we all felt, but didn't say out loud last year, where it's like as a low volume player, like four-mans were like hard to pass or hard to like get in there with, because you knew insane combos were out there. And it was just kind of like, I'm not going to, if I'm only doing 10 drafts, I can't get that. But now it leaves the light on for like, some more overlapping combos and less outlier GMs being created.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to just take a look at it because we're talking about it. Not going to dive in. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow or the following day there. But I wanted to highlight Golden 2 is out with that single entry $10, same structure as the first Golden there. And then a brand new one we didn't talk about yesterday is the Pointer, 7 max entry there with $11 price point. I entered all slows with that. 40K to first is just a beautiful number to see when you only have to put in $77 or $11 if you just want to play the one entry. Pretty fucking sweet. And there's our first Primetime Palooza of the year there, Nez. We got Primetime Palooza and we got the $3 hurry up there. Got Primetime Dive as well. Love to see it. Da Bomb in there as well. Yeah, 2-game slate, 22.5K entries, 200K prize pool, 20K to first. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if, maybe folks don't quite remember what PTPs were like last year. 200K is certified fucking huge. So yeah. This is nuts. This is nuts. Super, super cool.
Yeah, in the course, I used the example of the first Primetime Palooza from last year, and I think it was 11,000 entries. So this is almost double the size, I believe.
Yeah. And Rashee Rice does not have an out tag. I don't think so. So there's that.
Sweet. Go in there and snatch up your Xavier Worthy. I did see yesterday when I saw the rankings tab for this contest. I guess we're going to accidentally talk about it for a bit here. But yeah, just going ahead and looking here that like Xavier Worthy was buried when he's going like behind Pacheco, who we don't really know what the backfield split's going to look like. And Rashee Rice was going up a bit higher there before. So yeah, just macro thoughts on that. I think there's more ambiguity in the second game on the slate than in the first game in terms of role definement right now.
Ambiguity.
Did I stumble all over that one? Yeah.
That's how the cool kids are saying that. Well, yeah, a little bit of ambiguity there for sure.
That's just how stupid I am that I have to like phonetically think out of a word and then mispronounce it still.
Yourself.
Talk too much. That's why. Nez, let's hop in the Pick'em lobby here and check out some potential dongs and dingers. I will also enlist the help of Unabated here for some potential WNBA stuff. There is 2 games of WNBA, and we've been cooking with that stuff. Now that the Unabated projections are out, I'm going to take a look at that as well as we go here. But yeah, I think we were kind of both in lockstep of liking. What do you think? Like just taking a little look at some Chicago stuff potentially here. Wow, Salvi's only getting a 175.
Check out my guy Colson Montgomery.
He's homered in 4 straight. Where's he at? A 1.6 for Colson Montgomery. He's inevitable at this point. Holy smokes. Yeah. Not overly playable price tags in there. Even Kyle Teal, who's really come to life, had 2 hits yesterday as well. We played him in the home run thing 2 days in a row here, and he's been hitting doubles, but not homers for us yet.
Can you check the price of somebody that has 2 home runs in the last 3 games?
Who are we looking for?
Jacob Wilson.
Did you see? I tweeted about it this morning. Did you see the call of the one in Seattle?
No.
So they had a little kid in the booth for like just one inning as like junior broadcaster of the year or whatever. And the very first pitch thrown is Jacob Wilson yanking a home run. And he's just like, he's like a fly ball to left and shoot. And then like he just like gets like so sad. And then he's rounding the bases and he's like, dang it. And then as he crosses home, he's like, I'm so sad right now.
That's you. That's fucking you.
I literally retweeted it and I said, this is me when Nez brings up Jacob Wilson.
Shoot. That's right, baby. You can't escape it, man. You can't escape it. There's still time. There's still time to admit your defeat.
All right, Jacob Wilson in a plus matchup with the best hitting conditions on the slate, who's homered 2 out of his last 3. I will give it to you, man. If you want to go play this one and then play it alongside like a smaller chalk one, I'm happy to do so. I'll capitulate here.
Nice. I didn't think I was going to get you to do this. I was kind of kidding, but
yeah,
all right.
I don't love the. I think the number is fair. Let's say that.
All right. Very cool.
Very cool. What would you like to add to it?
What was Jordan?
Jordan's 1-6, unplayable.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jolly.
I'm addicted to playing White Sox right now.
Yeah, me too. What about our Tigers? Anything on the Tigers that is like greater than 2.5?
I think the only one would potentially be Diggler. Dingler's 291.
I could flirt with Colt Keith. Ooh, Wenzel Perez?
Where's Wenzel? 292? All right, let's play a little game one. Let's have some fun. I like it.
I like Wenzel there.
All right.
That's awesome. I can't believe I just got you to play Jacob fucking Wilson home run pick'em. Wow. You must be in a good mood today. This is what happens when you come off a win. You just had a nice night in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
All loose.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm a little worried right now. Aren't you worried that BBM's going to close before I can get these maxes in? I really need to get cooking here.
Yeah, I am also very much concerned.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned, but like I got work to do.
Yeah, same. Easy say no look now, but Spencer Horwitz is heating up. Also is Jared Trilolo. He's been cooking. Did I butcher his name too?
You did.
Triolo. There we go. He's been leading off and he's been cooking as well. Let's do. Okay, I'll hate myself if I don't play it after Easy suggests something in the chat. It is a little thin, especially in that park with the weather the way it is. But I kind of want an excuse to play Teal again.
I like Teal, man.
So do I. I just need an excuse to play him again. And I know I got a little prize box here to click on.
Whoa.
So I'm going to share that one with the chat. All right. There we go. Let me cook a little WNBA unabated right now. Give me 1 second here. I'll pull it up on the screen. Jewel Lloyd with a lower in points I'm seeing.
Sharp.
Mabry with higher in points and assists. So let's take a look here. Let's see what we're doing with Lloyd. Oh, I see. That's changed. Dang. Let's see what Mabry's up to. Here, I'll show you guys what's going on behind the curtain here. Just looking at points and assists there. On the higher, it's at 20.5 now. It was 19 before. They still have it at 21.4. So we could still play that. Yeah, it's got like a multiplier now. Guys, let me sit on the WNBA stuff and see if things break right. I'm not going to force the issue today. I'm not going to force the...
We'll tight.
Yeah, I'm not going to force the issue with what I'm seeing right now. We can double back on this in the Discord a bit later. Lloyd is a certified bum, according to our guy Bound, though. All right. He's going to do his last 50 BBMs tonight. Unbelievable. Truly sick behavior. Nez, with that precursor, should we do BBM today?
I mean, if you need to.
I think so. 34 to go. One more spot. Holy shit, that snap filled. Get this one going here. No friends and fam that I'm aware of. If you guys are in the draft with us, say what up.
A third Jerks and Profile home run has hit the game.
Holy shit, man. Another.
That's two. That's two.
Oh, okay. We thought it was 3 before.
Yeah. But he's still having a monster game.
Yeah. He's the guy you need. Nez, give me 2 seconds here.
All right. John, where the hell's he going, man? Wow. I thought I drafted some good teams today, but I guess not. Not when you have not enough Aussie Albies. Albies and Profar. Guys, you needed 2 home runs and 3 walks for Profar. Why didn't they just walk him 5 times? Man, yeah. So Rashee Rice apparently being suspended 6 games is good, and people are taking him pretty high. I'm just going to be the type of person to make the bet that Rashi's not doing enough post-suspension to warrant where people are taking him right now. But I'm scared about it, but I'm not going to chase Rashee into the 40s or anything like that. We'll see where he settles, but man, I guess the puppies are where you reach for Rashee. So maybe where I'm getting my representative sample from is not smart, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a second.
Yeah, interested to see where he goes here.
I mean, dude, even in my autos, I had him behind Harvey, wasn't getting him.
Yep.
I think I got to put him like ahead of everybody with an ADP in the 50s, I guess. And we'll see how it goes. Do some more puppies.
As we had a home league draft last night with the fellas. Oh, we're on the clock here. Puka still falling to the end here. I'd be down for a Puka share still.
Yeah, Puka is. I'm loading up on Puka.
Cool. The big dog goes there beforehand. We could do the double wide receiver start, and yeah, man, we rarely take Brian Thomas, but we also rarely take Genty. Should we take a Genty alongside Puka?
What do you think? What do you think? Do it. You. I don't care.
All right, let's do Genty. We don't do a ton of Genty, so let's mix some things up here. Have some fun.
I know we just took Genty, but do you think is there a chance Raheem Mostert could matter a little bit this season?
Oh, for sure. Coaches like guys like that.
Yeah, fully not drafted.
Yeah.
Trying to think about the scenarios in which Raheem Mostert matters, and I think one of the scenarios that it matters, where it's like not as harmful to the surrounding pieces, is like, I think so. Like, let's say the Raiders are like, wow, Vegas was way wrong on the Raiders. Raiders are kicking ass. They're like, they open up the season like 7-1 and they're scoring like crazy. I think that would give Mostert some room to like kind of be, an RB2, like maybe like RB like 25 at that point in the year, where like, wow, like this offense can eat. Like they're doing well. They're running hot on turnovers. And now Raheem Mostert's like actually more involved than we thought. There's more room to go around. Obviously, the worst case scenario is like something happens to Genty, and then Mostert's the guy. But I don't think. Go ahead.
I think the bet and the mindset is that if this offense is good enough to warrant the draft capital that we spend on it, Genty and Bowers in the second round, Myers up high, people now drafting Amari Cooper in the last round. If this, Thornton goes every single draft, Geno as quarterback 25 or 26 ahead of Stafford now. Like if this team is warranted to have that draft capital allotted to it, we should probably be taking the contingent running back, especially when he had 20 touchdowns 2 years ago.
I know. Like, I think he's a good pick regardless of how you think he gets there. I think he's a good pick just on ownership alone. Like you said, on top of the draft capital that we're applying to this team, like why can't Raheem Mostert be a benefactor in a number of ways? And I think the third way I haven't talked about is like if Genty gets the rookie season Bijan treatment, where it's like 50-50, him and Raheem Mostert. I don't know how surprised that would be. I don't want that. I don't want that, but like that's way more in Genty's range of outcomes than it is Jonathan Taylor's. For sure. Than it is, all the guys that go after him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Genty. I think he's exciting. I'm just, I'm playing. This is the safest I think I've maybe ever played BBM this season. So
interesting. Yeah. Yeah, man. Not going to fight you on any of that. Yeah, I kind of like the shouts just in general. I am looking at something. Evan saying that you're circling back on the Rashee conversation. There that the bye is shortly after too. So Kansas City bye in week 10. So the first time he's thinking you might even get full Rashee is not until at Denver in week 11. And it's kind of like, all right. Yeah. Like that's, I mean, I think he'd probably be full out the gate and they play, Vegas, Washington and the Bills and then have a bye. But like if the offense is humming and the team looks good and Worthy's really taking over a role, it's gonna be tough sledding through there. It's a little gal brain, but I respect it.
Yeah, I expect him to be full right away, but definitely not a guarantee. But yeah, we'll see how their season's going. They could be hard pressed.
Yeah. I think we're going to like these picks here, Nez. We got a lot of different directions to go. Terry went and Daniels goes. We could do Marv here and Wilson and just kind of like eat the dip, or we could do the Tet new price and the Worthy new price.
I think we do Worthy.
Okay, that's one of them. Also different buy. I don't know what's up with the images right now. Some guys aren't showing images.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the provider there. Do you just want to do Marv because it's like the correct pick?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at the ETR rank that they've moved Tet based on the Thielen projection ahead of Marv. They have him at rank 30 right now. That's really bullish.
I respect that.
Yeah, I respect it too. Yeah, let's take Marv. Oh, okay. That's there we go. Evan's wording was poor, he said. He said it's more that he misses 7 of the first 10 games. Yeah. Never Marv. I mean, how the turntables have turned. That like an offense who did absolutely nothing in the offseason. Now we're getting a former 1-2 turn guy at the 3-4 turn. and we're just kind of not waving it. Everyone and their dog thought he was generational last year. How the turntables.
I mean, when you draft Marv,
Mm-hmm.
how, I don't know, maybe it's a dumb question because maybe it's the same answer for everybody, but like how important is it to get Kyler Murray? When we take Marv, we need Marv to be good. Like
Yeah.
we need Marv to be good, to be a 3-4 pick. How important is it that we get Kyler Murray? What, like if I guess it's not necessarily as important. You know, do you kind of get what I'm saying? Like if Marvin Harrison is crushing, like
Right.
crushing, and we have Kyler Murray given what we think he can be, what we thought he could be for years past.
Yeah.
Like, is that not an important stack? Is that one of the most important stacks based on the fragility of the bet? Is I think what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm making my point.
No, you are making your
correctly.
point. It's like the Chase could smash and Burrow doesn't return QB5. Like Jefferson could smash and JJ McCarthy doesn't return QB10. But can Marv smash and Kyler not instantly be like QB5 and outplay his ADP? And
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough question.
I think similarly, because I do this a lot right now when I draft JMO, I think about it with JMO and Goff too, where like I'm drafting JMO a lot. And if I think JMO's taking a step forward, how is Goff not like throwing for 40 touchdowns, you know?
Right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
This is an interesting question from Henny too. Like if Marv's good, how bad is McBride? Because then all the touchdown regression that we're trying to bake into McBride now goes Marv's direction instead of his.
I don't know that. Yeah, I think that's like, I think that's the correct way to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily like the only way that it goes, right? Like,
right.
If Marv smashes and McBride smashes, like we could be talking about Kyler Murray QB1.
Sure. Yeah.
And then
Jumfrey's saying that like Kyler's propped up by the rushing ability. So if he smashes to a pass catcher, he's probably a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. It's kind of like Fields and Garrett Wilson, where it's like I'm way more likely to do the two of them together than just one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting sport.
Of course you get. I'm sorry. Of course you get Rashee at 60, man. I guess BBM people are a little more scared with their money, but
yeah, probably still won't click it, to be honest. I mean, He goes right in front of us, so we don't really have the decision. But I'd be really happy to take Hunter here. And then I think we should probably scroll for a running back, just given the landscape. But if you want to take two wide receivers and then figure it out, I'm down. We could also do Connor with Marv.
Hunter here. Yeah, I think Connor is fine. And I will say, like, yeah, I mean, I hear you on the landscape. Running back gets thin really, really fast now.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm okay with Connor, but if you want to scroll for Pacheco, that's fine too.
Okay, let's say Connor. I'm good with it. I don't take a ton of Connor. We can make the team bet with Marv plus Connor and then have the Kyler conversation if he comes back next time.
Yeah.
I think getting Hunter there was pretty sick because, I like to get Hunter on the right-hand side of the board here, and he doesn't fall that much anymore or right now. And I like to get it on the teams that I don't have BT.
Yeah, and I don't have a lot of Brian Thomas teams, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I hate fading anybody in the first two rounds. That's not fun. These are all sick players, but just gotta do what you think's right.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of Hunter. Yeah, I love Travis Hunter. But yeah, John, you made a comment when we were on the clock that you wanted to go running back based on the way boards are breaking out, and I totally agree. I totally agree. The field I mean, the field theoretically gets sharper every year on an Underdog, and I think that the field is being really, really sharp this season. Any running back two that gets identified is immediately like a 14th round pick.
Right.
There is no, like, the window to do the 6-0 RB teams was 2 weeks ago. It was last week. That was when it was time to really start fucking cranking 0 RB because those values were there. They're not there anymore. Now it will then. So there was a 2-day window before today where the good picks were Jalen Coker and Isaac Tesla. Those were the guys to finish your drafts with, and Cade Otton. Those were the picks to end your draft with. Now Coker goes in the 15th. Tesla goes in the 16th. Cade Otton is now an 18th round pick. Maybe that's an okay 18th round pick. So I'm speaking for myself here, but I think everybody else can relate if you're in the middle of finishing up drafts, is like, I'm figuring out what rounds 16 through 18 look like for me now. Because it used to be, I know what I'm doing in rounds 16 through 18. Now I'm not entirely sure. And I think that's why I have like a combined 50% Theo Johnson and JT Sanders. Because like, I know those guys are there, and I know they have good floors, and I know they can score for me a lot. So yeah, the running backs are not the fun picks unless you want to do Kyle Monangai, which, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I like him a lot. I'm scared, man. I wanted to hear more good news on Kyle Monangai, but he's been hurt. That's the problem. He was banged up. He still might be a good pick because he kind of has. I'm talking a lot right now, but like,
no, you're good.
Monangai had some JCM hype. Do you know what I'm saying? Both really late round picks, both getting a lot of buzz. They both were getting a ton of buzz, and they had similar situations as far as the talent ahead of them. Right? We don't think Swift is a talent. We don't think Roshan's a talent. JCM thankfully got his RB1 fucking traded off the team. Still only being projected for 25 rushing yards in week 1. So like, maybe the injury, the banged upness of Monangai is a little bit of a gift because he's not getting steamed up when he was getting like hype for hype. He was up there with JCM to start camp.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point. It's something I haven't given a lot of thought to be honest, just because I kind of just not wave that backfield a little bit this year, and that might bite me in the ass if that offense goes burr. I think your macro point's really sharp, that like just in general, running backs are being pushed up and nobody's like waiting to play like, hey, I'm going to build the super team. They're just going to get what they think is newfound knowledge. I think that's a new meta versus like last year, where it's just like people are just willing to jam what they think is the correct play now.
Correct.
Yeah. Nez, we're going to have a decision here. Mahomes with Worthy would be okay. And then you could also take Kelsey and make that stack. It is a little bit of a running back pocket. Not really anymore. Downs feels okay. Warren feels okay as a first tight end. Also, Kyler's here. Who do you like?
What about Mahomes Kelsey?
Yeah, I'm good. My initial thought was just to do that. I've done it a couple times, so let's go for it. I also think Mahomes Kelsey Worthy plays better than Kyler, Connor, Marv. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will. My cope there is like the Connor bet attached to Marv has a similar effect as the Marv and Kyler.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like the tide that rises with a Marv breakout season is equally as beneficial for Connor.
Right. Okay.
Where like that offense is really good, and James Conner being the starting running back obviously is a beneficiary. Yeah,
mine would be more of a weekly lens conversation than opposed to like the macro from a best ball perspective. You're probably right.
And that's a good way to look at it too. Double pass catcher with Mahomes as opposed to, the bulk of the offense.
Yeah. Not enough people talking about JT Sanders as a winner from the Thielen trade. Roll the tape back, my friend Yosh. We talked about it right off the hop there. Gab saying that he's seen Tesla in the 13th and early 14th now. I mean, yeah, it's get your guys season out here in a big way. Emwald, leaning into how you were talking about ending drafts there, saying that Fannin, Coker, and Broncos wide receiver. That's
yeah. Finish your thought.
That's slowly getting done away with because everyone's trying to jam those three too within our community.
Franklin in the 180s, 190s total gift. That's going away really fast. He should flip. I said this, I think yesterday, like he should flip Pat Bryant.
Okay.
I don't know if he will, but he should.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't necessarily have a take between those two. I think just Pat Bryant's just been like kind of like the Jaden Higgins of like the back end of drafts where he just like hasn't changed all that much all year. And it's just because like, oh yeah, he's big and we can pencil him in for WR2 in week 17, we think maybe. Like they just haven't been guys, they've been under talked about. They haven't moved a ton, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Everything that I've seen is that like he's just basically Cortland Sutton. And so Franklin adds verticality.
Yeah.
To the team.
This is funny from your boy Dave. Round 16, round 17, round 18, JT Sanders, yes. All three of them.
3 times in a row if I could.
There you go. Young Mula diving into yards per carry in the preseason. I'd stay away from yards per carry in a vacuum and preseason ones particularly. But I kind of had a different takeaway than you did, like watching him in the preseason. I was a little bit impressed on the second go around there, like running through contact. Like I prefer him not to do it in the preseason, but he was truck sticking some dudes and looked like he belonged in a big way. I don't know. Like pitches saying like, are we sure he's even good? I'm not sure he is. But he put up some legendary numbers at, against mid competition. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any concern that I have for Genty is not how he fares when he gets a touch. That's not my concern. That's not my concern.
That's a good
point. My concern is where are these touches coming from? How's the offense looking? How often is he touching the ball? That's where I'm at.
Good shout, dude. Yeah, like analyzing a few preseason carries is not the way. I agree. No, especially when they came out and openly said that they were saving stuff and they ran very base vanilla stuff. If you guys were paying attention to Coach Speak Index, the Raiders came out and they said, like both Carroll and Chip Kelly said, hey, we're only running like base vanilla stuff. Like our offense is going to look completely different in game, blah, blah, blah. So that my biggest takeaway wouldn't be what he looked like in a vanilla scheme where it was just like, yeah. Nez, we're going to have some decisions here. It's kind of like that tight end and quarterback pocket that we always fall into. We got a 1-2-4-1 going. Genty as the anchor, that little KC stack. I don't click Mooney like ever, but I'll hear you out if you like it as a Puka bring back. I would take Fields and shut it down, or I would take one of the quarterbacks between him and May or Fields.
Let's do Caleb and Burden.
Okay. Sure.
I don't take a ton of Burden.
Yeah, I don't. Me neither.
But on this team where we have like such a strong wide receiver room and we're baking in a slow start for Burden, I think he makes a lot of sense along with the stack with Caleb. It's just like the right type of room, in my opinion, to take Burden because we're willing to sneak them along into this advancing where other Luther Burden teams are not doing that. Because other Luther Burden teams are taking them with 5 other rookies. They're not drafting they're not drafting running backs until round 12.
Right. Like the archetype of team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I haven't done a ton of Luther Burden really unless he falls and I just tack him on as like a 5th wide receiver. I haven't really been clicking Caleb a ton either. Like I just everything I saw preseason, last season, whatever. I know the teams can be improved with Ben Johnson. I know the offensive line is supposed to be better. I don't know. It just continues to leave something to be desired. And maybe it's just the fact that he can't swing a baseball bat that lives rent free in the back of my head here.
It is. I think Caleb Williams is like. Here's my thing. I think if you grade Caleb Williams' season and stats on a curve, and that curve being Flores and Waldron, like
not bad. Yeah,
pretty good shit. Pretty good shit. And then you sub in Ben Johnson, you add Loveland, you add Burden. The offensive line upgrades that they made, I don't know. We're being really harsh on what we were calling the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck. Like,
right.
We're being harsh.
Yeah, smarter people than me said it too. I never said it. I just smarter people than me were saying that, and I trust them more. Sud Q saying if Genty gets Najee rookie year touches, we're good. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, the dream is what Najee got. The dream is what Zeke Elliott got his first year, and that's why he's ranked so high, right? Like, that's why he's drafted so high.
Yeah, and exactly. That's in the range of outcomes. And I think if we knew, that's funny as fuck.
Clifford Nation killing it, dude. The Caleb Bat is the PCA haircut. Holy shit, that's a comp. That is a comp, man.
That's really good.
Well done.
If we knew Genty had no thorn in his side in terms of usage and volume, does he go any higher? I think that's an obvious yes, but like,
right.
I don't know. If he does, like, I would have more.
If we had a best ball resurrection contest after week 2, do you think Genty goes up or down?
Down.
Okay.
They
play New England in week 1. Like, you don't think he can have like the CEH game and get steam job? Like, he goes, 125 and 2 in that game.
He
on
might.
like 18 touches on 18 touches, and everybody goes, holy fuck, he should have been a 5th overall pick.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. The way that I'm currently playing is that I think people will be less excited about him once they get to see him. I don't have a lot of Genty right now. It sucks. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world, is fading like the coolest running back prospect we've seen in a minute. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take Derrick Henry, even though we know we've seen him over and over and over. Like, I'm not proud of this, John.
Interesting decisions here. I would actually advocate for a third quarterback for the Hunter Lawrence, but if you don't want it, I see you.
No, let's do it. Let's take Lawrence.
Like, I think we spent a lot of capital at quarterback, but I like that stack.
We didn't take. I mean, it was a lot of quarterback, but we're not even above the threshold. I would say Eckler.
I think I like Sampson more than Eckler, but
okay,
you like Eckler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we have any week 1 Samson pick'ems in the lobby. Nothing yet.
I think that little pocket there. I mean, I like Javonte more than you guys like him. I think I'd take Javonte for the ceiling outcome, and I would take Sampson for the ceiling outcome in this room more than like pulling up Eckler 20 spots above where he's been going.
It's 8 spots above his ADP.
Right, above his current ADP. I'm saying where he was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, the totality of BBM versus the now of BBM. Let's get your robots out of the puppies.
How are they looking?
Yeah, this is oh man. Dude, we got some alpha in the chat right now.
I see it. I see it right now.
Holy shit, this is some alpha. Samwise rolls through. Burden changed his number from 87 to 13 today. That is a huge bullish sign.
87 was just not it.
Dude, 87 is a 1994 number.
A lot of drag on that number. Not an aerodynamic number at all.
Literally no one has looked fast wearing 87 in their entire career.
I can't name an 87.
Eric Decker?
If that's right, that's hilarious.
I don't know if it's right or not. I picture Eric Decker wearing 87 for some reason. Is it right? Did you
Was
Google
Kelsey 87? Oh.
Yeah, Kelsey's 87. Yeah, Eric Decker was 87. Fucking nailed it.
That's not... That's a... Why are you confessing?
Did I know Eric Decker's 87?
It's not...
Ooh, Jordy Nelson went fast.
Wow.
Joe Horn. Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, that's a Romeo Dobbs ass number.
That is a Romeo Dobbs ass number. You want to play home league fantasy so I can talk about my home league from last night? Quick question from our guy Spike. His fantasy league trading neighbors in London for Saquon, McBride, Waddle, and O'Doomsday. I think it's relative to what your team needs and if it's a keeper league or not.
Yeah, we need a ton of context, but neighbors in London seem like the best players in that comment. So,
Snap decline there.
Colson Montgomery's not in the lineup today. Why live?
Why live? Reggie Wayne, we just X'd out Hall of Famers. Is 87? No, I didn't even think of him.
Back in the day.
Demaryius Thomas was 88 because he was on those Decker teams.
But 88's cool. There's a lot of good guys that wear 88.
Yeah. Dude, Javonte might come all the way back here, and then I'll force you to take him. Hollywood Brown's here, too, to run a little stack if we want to, triple down on that. Could also address tight end. We haven't done that yet. I'm going to force you to take Javonte at this price, though.
Yeah, you're not forcing me. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, and just given this this running back room right now, different bye week too. What do you think next, dude? Some Chubb, some Harris, Rashad White,
Strange.
Scrolling for Coker or Tesla. Hollywood Brown stacks. Might just be too obvious.
Hollywood or Strange, I think.
Okay. Let's Hollywood it up and leave the light on for some of those back stack tight ends that you like. We just got two big ADP fallers that I don't think should necessarily be extreme ADP fallers. Oh, Coker is already gone. Here's the new alpha from DJ. He sets up that stack that we used to get for free in 11, 12, 13.
Damn, I can't believe Coker. That's wow.
Oh yeah, it was Gronk. But again, Gronk, really good football player, but not fast. We were talking about
these are tight ends.
These are tight ends. That's why we're saying 87 was it wasn't like a burner number. That's why 13 goes fast. I can't. It's hard to think of a burner. Even Reggie Wayne, I don't think was a burner.
Peyton Manning merchant.
Oh, that's awesome.
He kept the burner on him. That's for sure.
Okay, Spike says it's not a keeper league. That's your context, Nez. I think I'd take the Saquon side of that.
You got to be a slappy, bro. Take the wide receivers.
You like the wide receiver side?
Neighbors in London are so sick.
Okay. There's your answer from Nez. Ours was 2 QB last night, Nez. It's actually OP. So if you get froze out at QB, you can just jam somebody in.
Superflex as the rest of the world calls it.
Yeah. But it's still called OP on the ESPN one that we use there. We let a guy in the 8 hole. So it was draft your draft slot. and I was like 5th pick to draft my draft slot. And I don't know why. I just like took 5 because it was like next up, and I was like just hanging out and drinking beers and having fun.
Classic.
And we gave up the 8 hole. The 8 hole got Bijan and Saquon on the same team.
What?
So it's super flex, and it goes Allen. Okay, so it goes Allen, Lamar, Jaden, Hurts, and then I'm at 5, and I was deciding between Chase or Saquon or Bijan, right? Like, just seems like fine. So I took Chase, and I was like, I'll outsmart these guys with running backs later. It'll be fine, kind of thing. Then a Ravens fan takes Henry. Then a guy takes Burrow. Then Bijan goes. And then the guy on the end goes, the guy in the 9 goes Gibbs. So it's totally reasonable so far. And then the guy on the end goes Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. And then someone goes CMC over Saquon. And then he gets Bijan plus Saquon.
Your league is, man.
It was so fun.
Fun.
Nobody really did anything egregious, and it kind of all made sense.
I'm with Emwald. You guys need to, support needs to send you guys an email out for that one.
Oh no, that's good. That's a GM that I could stand by. Oh, downgrade Brees, missing the savvy vet. Ooh, that's a spicy take.
What?
That is spicy.
Who's this? What am I missing there?
The Thielen trade.
Oh, Bryce. You said Brees.
Oh, sorry. I am not that smart. Okay, Nez, 3, 4, 6, 1. Probably needs another tight end out here. All our guys are gone except for Sanders.
Bless you.
Thank you. If we want Sanders, I think we got to take him at 16 here. Franklin's still there if we like that idea. Rodriguez goes there. Spears, we can load up our IR.
I like Dowdle.
You like Rico?
I think we need another running back, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's a 5th one in Rico. That's a guy who plays the position. And then do you like Troy Franklin and then trying to see if we can get Sanders back?
I think so, man.
Sure.
The fact that we have this onslaught of Chiefs, I think Franklin makes like perfect sense.
Yep.
Given the Week 17 matchup. I'm not big on chasing the Week 17 stuff, but when we have the team construction that we have, I think we need Franklin. So
cool.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek.
He fell there.
Yeah, that one worked out well. We got some 17 in here. We got that 4-man Chiefs, as you alluded to. Then you got that Franklin bring back alongside it. Not much draft capital at the tight end position. We knew we were kind of overfilling our quarterback bucket. We're kind of right in the middle with wide receiver and running back. I think the most logical way to land this plane would be 1 tight end and then a decision. 2 tight ends, I would not fault it. Tight end and a running back, I would not fault it. I think tight end and wide receiver would be bad.
Yeah. So what do you?
This is almost
good.
This is what we're currently working with. 3-5-7-1, where we kind of overspent at quarterback. We did the Mahomes, Caleb, and Lawrence. Genty, Connor, Eckler, Javonte, Rico. Kind of feels like another running back's needed. Puka, Worthy, Marv, Hunter, Burden, Brown, Franklin, Kelsey.
I mean, this team is pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think there's 2 players to close this that would make it feel like really nice. Do you think we need another running back, or do you think we can get away with 2 tight ends?
I think we can get away with 2 tight ends. I just have like a pit in my stomach because Theo Johnson is dealing with some sort of injury.
Perfect. Now we don't have to take him. Great.
Fuck. He's missed multiple practices I mean, this is just like the worst day of my life.
That's an exaggeration.
I mean, dude, all I've been drafting these last 2 weeks are Kadon and Theo Johnson in some form or fashion.
Gross. That's unfortunate for sure. I've been heavy on the Kadon stuff too, and a little bit of Theo just because I knew you liked it. That's just bad run out. But this news can't live and die with the news. This shit could change in like 2 minutes. Tilt proof, bro. Tilt proof. Michael Wilson's another guy that like nobody's talked about all year. And he just like routinely just stays in like the 16 and 17. And it's just like, yeah, I guess he's got a job. We should probably take him there. Like it's pretty funny.
There's absolutely like people don't think there's any way he can break out. Right. Which I don't know. Maybe he can't. Maybe he can't. Yeah. But like there's no way Zay Jones is gonna outplay him.
Yeah, I mean Zay Jones, we've been down this rabbit hole before with professional ass wide receiver archetype where yeah, I mean if you get 500 yards from Zay Jones this year, it's a huge fucking win as like a ball club.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be like a huge win. I think you want that.
Why is Zay like what?
As like a 75% snap guy who's like your third wide receiver, I think that'd be a huge win. Like I think the Vegas would take that from Amari Cooper right now, sight unseen. If I told you he could give you 500 yards, just be like, "Yep, that's good." If you love it, let it go, dude. JT Sanders comes all the way back for us, dude. Fun stuff there. I think we both want to pick it.
Yeah, bro.
Different bye week than Kelsey, so we don't need to put a third on here. We could do Kyle Monangai and stack up the Chicago stuff a little bit. We could also do Roshan Johnson. We could also scroll the F down to like Smith or something and build out this crazy stack. We could do Corum, Monangai. Who do you like?
I like Monangai.
All right, let's do it. I do think running back is probably a better decision. Also, a different bye week than the other ones. If you took Corum, there's another 8 on there. But Corum plus Puka would have been kind of fun too. But after the Corum debacle of yesterday, I can't bring myself to do it again.
Yeah, that was hard. That was really unfortunate that had to happen. I mean, it really wasn't the end of the world, but like that's just not the way you want to. That's just not the pick you want to make.
Especially when everything felt so good up until that point too.
I know. You never know. It could be like, hey, Kyron misses a week, Corn steps in. I don't know. There's ways that it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah. Yosh saying he doesn't see anything about anything serious with Theo. Colton Montgomery is not playing baseball today, so Brett Boy's sad about that one. Dave said he should have strayed from JT.
I know. The Church of JT has like I mean, this is the sign. This is the sign.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to pivot to Theo Johnson because Tommy Tremble is gonna be active? Then I'm gonna be punished.
This was a Juwan Johnson ass team. Yeah, it certainly was. Okay, let me fire up this. We got here. Let me fire up this solver report and we can break this one down. Nez, you can see the buckets on the screen right now, but let me get the full thing here. All right, a little bit of ADP value, a little bit of DC. Harder to get that stuff right now because most of the ADP value and most of the DC value right now is coming like artificially, where people are like taking a guy like Mixon and it looks good on paper, but it's probably bad in practice kind of deal. So don't get caught up in those two numbers as of right now. We could circle back on these in 3 months. But yeah, we did an unconventional 2-2-4-1 to start. Very interesting.
Yeah.
We went hella young for us, Nez. A 4 rookies and 5 sophomores team.
And yet we still managed to throw on the likes of Austin Eckler and James Conner, Travis Kelce. So this is really like, like some father sons. I don't know, young and old. Barbell. Did we barbell the age curve here?
Yeah, we kind of did. We did barbell the age curve for sure.
It's like a half pipe.
No, not bad. We got some good stacks going on here, dude, with KC, kind of the onslaught variety. Then we had Arizona with the 2-man there, but decent capital allotted to it. And then we had the skinny stack of the Jags there with Trevor Lawrence to Travis Hunter. Fun kind of like ceiling shot team, a lot hinging upon Mahomes and Worthy going kind of Burr, and that offense going Burr without Rice, and then staying that way throughout the playoffs without Rice kind of thing, or like Rice not being as impactful as his ADP suggests. So kind of a theme of the show here with Rice on the cover, and then we played into it in the draft. Mahomes, Caleb, and T-Law. Genty, which is a rare one for us, we take this time. Connor Eckler. Javonte, love it, let it go. 25 picks of perceived value there. I kind of wanted it the previous go around, so it's kind of fun that he came all the way back. Rico, and then Kyle Monangai for a little bit of a scroll and stack. Puka, Worthy, Marv, Travis Hunter. Is Travis Harris like a drummer or something? Travis Barker's a drummer. Who's Travis Harris? Made it up.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, I just put the Harrison and in with Travis there. Wonder if he's a real guy. Luther Burden, Hollywood Brown, Troy Franklin, and then a thin tight end room, but one that we kind of like because we get the stacked up Kelce, whose situation seems to be better without Rice for the first 6 weeks, but could lead to a little bit of fall off at the tail end of the season because of that. Getting ramped up early kind of thing. And then JT Sanders. Nez, the question that all the kids are asking all their friends these days, does it suck or does it fuck?
This fucks. This team fucks. So like maybe I think this is a grower. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like it's you kind of lingering around. Like here's the deal, right? You're out with some friends. This is somebody you've never met before. And you're just kind of lingering in the same circle. You know, you're having fun. Like, oh, 2, 2, 4, 1. Not really my type. But then you're like, man, like Genty smashes. This team is a lot of fun.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Like common guy. Like nice. Like I kind of like this. Next thing you know, you're laid up. You're laid up in bed.
Wow.
This seems good. This seems good.
I'm not gonna lie, Nez. That was your best one yet. This guy is relatable. You've had 2 very relatable one there. Like not initial love and affection and attraction at the jump, but we got to know each other a little bit, and then we wound up in a good place. Yeah, love that. That's very good. Some interesting stuff in the chat right now. Audric Estime has signed with the Eagles practice squad. Hearing this is a grower while working. That's good. So good. Paid saying Javonte has a ceiling of 750 and 10 touchdowns. Got to click at 150 and don't watch a single snap. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel right now too, man. That's exactly how I feel, that he could just be like a better version of the Zeke role last year, and people chased Zeke up the board. And it's kind of like the ambiguity of the backfield could find a way for him mattering there.
Yeah, no, that was a snap pick.
Yeah. Well,
we didn't
done.
Snap pick it was
our guy BJ Miller asking if we think Vinny P goes yard. We thought he was the most mispriced ADP on the slate. So do with that what you will. I'm not sure the price tag on him in the pick'em lobby right now, if I'd play it or not. But yeah. And don't let Blake get hot because he's being nice today too. That is an absolute genius at the Sucks or Fucks. That's a loaded statement. That's a loaded statement there, Blake. That's a loaded statement. He sure is. All right, man. That's good shit there. Shout out to the Solver. Guys, go check out some of this stuff for free with the Best Ball Explorer. Yeah, we use the ADP tracking stuff on the Solver series like every damn time. Very cool visualization tools there. And then go get that draft assistant, man. These 4-hour clocks are no joke right now. I need all the assistance I can get in terms of just visualizing information quickly. Whether or not I pick what they're suggesting to pick is another story, but just visualization of it quickly when you're on the clock, all the time.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, like if you're in slow draft hell, it's worth it. Like the first 5 minutes
Right.
that you use something like this, man. It's just for the help alone. Like don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. Link in the bio below and link in the chat to underdogmasterclass.com. Getting ramped up for the dailies, man. We're getting ramped up for the BR streets here for NFL season. Primetime Palooza is now up in the lobby. There's a big section on that. There's a round table associated with it. I think it's very fairly priced and worth your guys' time. Even if you just are enjoyers of our content, get your Mr. Good Boys in the chat. It is time to tie a bow on this one. 2 more shows for you guys coming up this week, and then a Solver series as well. Back tomorrow at the same bat time, same bat channel. Everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace. See, he looks over when he hears everybody's favorite time of the show. He looks over. He fucking knows, man.
Don't tease him.
He knows.